Everyone, it's Jade from Boho Bookworm. Today I thought I'd bring you a bit of a different video. I've decided that when I read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, I'm going to be doing more of a vlog style video. Every time I feel like I've got something to say about the book as I'm reading it, I'm going to just pick up my phone and take a video. Let me know if this kind of video is something you're into, or if you prefer me to just be giving you a book review at the end of a book that I've read. Either which way is great with me. I'm just trying to experiment and do something different with my channel, so I hope you enjoy it. Hey guys, so I have just gotten past the 50th page mark, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I think that the novel is flowing really nicely, and I also, it's not really a novel, is it? It's like a, what would you call a book like this? It's just like a self-help book, kind of, I guess. But anyway, I do feel like the writing is, Elizabeth Gilbert's got like a lot of authority in the way she's writing this, and maybe a little bit of something else too. I'm not sure if I would call it arrogance, but I think it's similar. But in a way, I'm okay with it, unlike I would be with another author who is being arrogant about writing, because I love Elizabeth Gilbert and I think that she's incredible and she's a huge inspiration to me. Hi guys, it's day 2 and I am almost at the 100 page mark of reading Big Magic. I have the day off today. Not very often that happens, so I'm really excited to just spend the entire day at the beach and get through this book. I'm hoping maybe I'll even finish it today, and that'll get me back on track with my Goodreads goal of 50 books this year. I'm like 12 books or something behind schedule, so yeah, so far I am enjoying it. It's very fast. It's definitely a book that you can finish in a couple of days, if not one sitting, so yeah. I love the concept that Elizabeth Gilbert has, that ideas are as much a part of what creates this world as other things too, and what forms it. She believes that ideas just float around in the space and the universe, seeking out the right person who's going to notice it and then create it. It's kind of hard to explain it, but it's like if you have an idea for a book and you're going to start writing it, like that idea has been floating around in the universe for some time, and then you've just got to create it. And I think that that is a really good idea, or a good concept. I think it's beautiful, actually. For the most part, I think that this book is filled with affirmations that I already knew, but it's still nice to hear them from someone else, especially someone like Elizabeth Gilbert. For example, at one point in this book, she says that yes, most ideas have already been done, such as if you want to write a book about witches and wizards, Harry Potter. If you want to write a book about vampires, you know, it's all been done already. All these things have been created, but they haven't been created by you, and that's what makes it special. And as long as you believe that, you can never lose. And I think that's a really beautiful thing that Elizabeth Gilbert has just let us know in this book, and I really appreciate it. Another thing I really enjoyed about it is that she says that, I mean, if you think about it, if you're a writer and you're busy writing a book, a lot of the time I think that you want to help other people and change their lives and just give them something to smile about. Like when I write my books, I love the idea that I can maybe help someone who's been going through something similar that I went through when I wrote my books. But Gilbert says that she would really prefer it if people would just write a book to entertain themselves and to heal themselves rather than heal other people or try and save other people. And I've never really thought about it that way before, but I think it's actually a very clever way of looking at things, and it's true. I think that if you write a book solely for the purpose of helping someone else, then you're taking away so much of your own freedom to write something for yourself. I think you need to write for yourself before you can write for anyone else, just like you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Hey guys, so I just got home from the beach. My plan for the day was to spend the entire day at the beach working on my tan and reading the entire book of Big Magic, but as the book said it would, it has hit me with inspiration. That may sound super cliche, but I just couldn't ignore it, and I've just got to put the book down and start writing something of my own now, even if it's just for half an hour like Elizabeth Gilbert suggests. Every day for 30 minutes, just set a timer and write, even if it's crap, even if you don't know what you're going to write, just force yourself. If you love it that much, then that's what you need to do, and that is what I'm going to do now. Thank you, Elizabeth Gilbert. So I set my timer for half an hour and I managed to write 4 pages in this little notebook of mine, the start of a new book that I've been toying with the idea with for a while. So it was pretty cool to get it flowing and get it, you know, starting its formation. And I have only Elizabeth Gilbert and myself to thank for that, and my inspiration that I received from her book. So thank you very much, Elizabeth Gilbert, from the bottom of my heart, for just helping me break through that writer's block that I have been suffering with for some time. It really does mean everything to me, because just like you, writing is my absolute life. I couldn't imagine my life without it, and I've received rejection letters before from publishers, and you know what? I don't care, because like she says, and like Stephen King also says, well, I don't know if Stephen King actually said this, but he used to like pin his rejection letters up on his wall because he found them even more inspiring and made him work harder to achieve his goals. But Elizabeth Gilbert says that there's going to be people out there that probably aren't even born yet that are going to reject her. But if you love writing and you want it to be a part of your life, and if you're a true writer, then you just got to keep on going with it and spend as much time as you can enjoying it and doing it for yourself. Entertain yourself and heal yourself. Love yourself enough to give yourself time with your passion. And for me, that's writing. So I'm happy. I'm happy I managed to write today, and I'm starting to feel a lot more like the old me before all this shit happened to me. And that's great. It's awesome, because I mean, even just this morning I posted on Instagram something from a quote that I'll leave the picture in this video for you to check out right now. That's how I've been feeling for a really long time, and it's still true, to be honest. But after reading Elizabeth Gilbert's book and managing to write something fiction, something fun, something not just, just writing, it makes you feel better. So whatever it is that you love to do, put time and effort into it. Now, because I have some more time off, I am putting myself inside of a caravan and taking this surfboard, and I am going surfing. I will be reading Big Magic and finishing it while I am in between the waves. Hey everyone, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me in this video because the wind is so effing strong, but I have gone camping and the waves were way too messy for me to be able to get out in, so I have decided to sit my ass on the beach and drink wine in my happy mug, which I'll show you. Hold on, a bit of a view of what's going on here. A good time, and that's not me, because I couldn't get out there because I suck. But yeah, so I'm reading Elizabeth Gilbert's book and I'm on page 153 at the moment, and I've got really good news as well. I just thought I'd share with you that today Resurgence arrived from AJ Flower. She is an author that asked me to review her book for her. So after I finish Big Magic, I will be starting this lovely little book, and it was apparently beautifully packaged, and I didn't get the package, someone else did, so apparently it was really pretty packaged, so thank you very much, and I'm excited to review it for you. Hi everyone, I'm just busy making myself some bacon and egg breakfast, and I have about 50 pages left to go of Big Magic. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and there's just one quote I really wanted to share with you. It says, "Possessing a creative mind, after all, is something like having a border collie for a pet." I've always wanted a border collie. "It needs to work, or else it will cause you an outrageous amount of trouble." I think that's such a cool quote, and I had to share it with you. I feel like this book also does say some things that are very relevant and very real and important to aspiring authors. I think that there's a part in the book where Elizabeth Gilbert says that if you send your work to a publisher, let's say,
they're not going to notice you as much as they would if you had an agent. And I really don't think that's fair. I don't think that writers get nearly enough recognition, and the fact that she said that and that it's a mean and cruel world is true. And you've just really got to accept that if you're a writer. I am on the beach and I'm so tired. I've got like 20 pages left of Big Magic and my eyes are so tired. I actually just need to sleep and then I will finish the book and I'll let you know my thoughts. But just have a look at how beautiful this area is right now. I'm underneath a rock because it is raining, but there's some surfers out there. Someone with a much more groovy, nice camera than me. I need one of those in my life so I can be professional. But good night, and I will see you guys once I wake up. Guys, I have decided to come back to the north today and stay in the caravan again. I came back this morning and had the morning editing a bloopers video, which is already live, and it's not live, what is it? It's already published on YouTube, and I found it piss funny, but you may not, I don't know. I just like to laugh at myself, I suppose. But I have now gone hiking and I found this really cool spot. You can see this really old, cool, abandoned building. I just thought it'd be like a really cool place to film and do something different. So yeah, I'm about to sit back down and finally finish. Finally, it's only been 3 days, but I'm going to be finishing Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I've got about 20 pages left, maybe less. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I can already tell. I don't know how it's going to end, but so far I feel like it's definitely going to be a five-star book for me. So yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I've finished. Look at that sexy man out there waiting for some sets of waves to come in. I thought I'd just share some quotes that I liked in the book with you. First one is, "The universe buries strange jewels deep within us all, and then stands back to see if we can find them." Second quote is, "Argue for your limitations, and you get to keep them." Well, bloody hell, third one's a long one. It says, "The creative process. She told me that when she was a child growing up on a farm in rural Virginia, she would be out working in the fields when she would sometimes hear a poem coming toward her, hear it rushing across the landscape at her like a galloping horse. Whenever this happened, she knew exactly what she had to do next. She would run like hell towards the house, trying to stay ahead of the poem, hoping to get to a piece of paper and a pencil fast enough to catch it. That way, when the poem reached her and passed through her, she would be able to grab it and take dictation, letting the words pour forth onto the page. Sometimes, however, she was too slow, and she couldn't get to the paper and pencil in time. At those instances, she could feel the poem rushing right through her body and out the other side of her." That particular poem, that particular quote, woohoo! Is something I am all too familiar with. So, yeah. Yeah, I just find that often a really cool idea will come to me in my head while I'm busy doing like the most random thing, like washing the dishes or sweeping the floor, which is pretty much my life right now on the yachts, as a stewardess. But, you know, often those ideas that come to me, the piece of writing quote that I've made up myself that is like an epiphany or something, like it runs away too fast and I don't grab it on time. I don't have a pen and paper handy, so it's just nice to hear that it happens to other people too, and it's not just me. Anyway, another quote I really liked is, most things have already been done, but they have not been done by you. I spoke about that earlier in this video. Yeah. This is also something I spoke about earlier. Elizabeth Gilbert says that she would so much rather, you write a book in order to entertain yourself than to help others or herself. This next quote I absolutely loved, and it says, sorry, this wind. You are free because everyone is too busy fussing over themselves to worry all that much about you. Go be whomever you want to be then. Do whatever you want to do. Pursue whatever fascinates you and brings you to life. Create whatever you want to create and let it be stupendously imperfect, because it's exceedingly unlikely that nobody will even notice, and that's awesome. Why would your creativity not love you? It came to you, didn't it? It drew itself near. It worked itself into you, asking for your attention and for your devotion. It filled you with desire to make and do interesting things. Creativity wanted a relationship with you. I love that. I think that is absolute gold. It just reminds you that you love your creativity, you love your passion, but it also loves you. Good morning. I finished Big Magic this morning, and I find it absolutely impossible to give it any less than the 5 stars that it deserves. Even though there were a few certain things that I didn't fully agree with or believe, I still believe that it deserves the 5-star rating. This book is completely inspiring, and every person that is pursuing a creative life is going to take something different away with them from this book. I definitely recommend this book to anyone that has a creative mind, whether you be a writer, a painter, an artist, etc., etc. So the only final thing I have to say about it is go get yourself a copy of this book if you are a creative person, enjoy it, lap it up, and then go out there and create.